Memorizing all the items found at the mod shop will make your brain melt, but it's best to be familiar with your options, so here's a brief glance. Also, take note that these mods can only be purchased on an outpost that has a mod shop icon, and of course you need space on your truck to carry them. There are two types of mods, permanent mods and single-use mods. The single-use ones are found at the bottom of the mod shop and have a white background. The permanent ones have a black background. The three single-use mods are Missiles, gives you +2 on a dice roll during combat, Escort, which warps you to any spot on the Wasteland, a Delivery bonus, which gives you a +5 value upon a delivery. The permanent modifications, the black background, are as follows. Extra storage for cargo. Everyone starts off with one storage for water and food, and one storage for weapons cargo, but it can be expanded as much as you want. You could purchase a machine gun, which adds a point to your dice roll in a combat scenario. You could add a gunner, which adds an additional die for you to roll during combat. Turbo, extra space during movement on each turn. Armor, you're allowed to ignore the next 2 damage received. You could get a sleeper cab, which allows you to carry an additional ally. An ally will give you a bonus based on a random card drawing. You could get a rad shield. This is what I was talking about earlier, so if you go through a irradiated zone, you won't have to roll a die for damage. You could get a broker, which adds +2 value per delivery. A nuclear vault. This allows you to store a nuclear bomb, but it's only helpful should you have a contract specifically asking you to transport a nuclear device. You could also get a digger, which again is for a special contract which allows you to dig for treasure. And finally, you may purchase up to 2 additional trailers for your truck. This simply expands space. Lastly, the economy. Oh boy. But I'll keep it simple. There is supply and demand. Supply is what you purchase. You know what you can purchase because little symbols like water, food, and weapons are on these tokens, along with little money signs. You can go to these areas and purchase these items for the price listed on the token. The reason to buy things is to sell it back later for more money. Demand is where you can sell cargo for money. For instance, water is what this outpost is willing to buy from you. The money they are willing to give you changes throughout the game, but don't worry about that, I'll fill you in as we play. And that's it, supply and demand, economy.